Hey everyone, it's Wit. I just finished up the linear equations in one variable level 1 problems. Double checked, all those answers were correct. So I'm going to count that as 100% mastery. And we're moving on to level 2 stuff. I have a feeling I'm going to use my solve feature on my calculator a little bit more. Depending on what calculator you have, this may be easy to do. It may be something that you do in Desmos instead. I'm sure there's a feature in it. I just haven't explored it yet. So I'm back to using my TI-89 Titanium, which has a solve function on it for equations. So we might take a little bit more time on these questions. Let's see. I think we have 12 of these questions, so let's get through them. So number one, we have that equation. It says if x is the solution to the equation above, what is the value of x minus 3? So again, isolation of variables. So I am literally going to type this into my calculator. For the TI-89, I press the solve button, 3, open parentheses, 2x minus 6, close parentheses, minus 11 equals 4 x minus 3 close parentheses plus 6 comma x to solve for x. Now let's see. I did make one mistake in that 2x minus 6. I forgot to put the 6. Wonderful. Now I get that x, let me get back to my pen feature, x is equal to 23 over 2. So it'd be easy to get A, but let's try to trick you. They say minus 3. What's x minus 3? So real quick, 23 divided by 2 minus 3. I get 17 over 2, straight from the calculator. So we're going to go with answer B. So you have this equation. Tree has a height of 6 feet. This plane equation above can be used to find how many years it took for the tree to reach a height of 14, which is the following is best interpretation of the number 2 in this context. Well, at year equals 0, we would have 6 feet tall. If n equaled 1 in year 1, it'd be 8 feet tall. If n equaled 3, it'd be 10 feet tall. In other words, it's going up by 2s every year, so that's how many feet it grows every year. And since it's the same value every single time over and over again, the average is equal to all of them, right? If I add up 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, and I take the average of all those numbers, it's 2. So, B. In the given equation, A is constant. If the equation has infinitely many solutions, what's the value of A? Okay, so we need these to be equal to each other. And I can just already see it. I'm like, how many times does x plus 8 go into 2x plus 16? Well, if I could multiply that by 2, and I could multiply that by 2, I'd be golden. So, A equals 2. That way, there are infinitely many solutions. Cool. In the given equation, B is a constant. If the equation has no solutions, what's the value of B? All right. Oh, it's the one number that we can plug in that will screw up everything every single time. What would make our life easy to like shoot up a red flag if this was a 0? Because 0 times x, no matter what x will be, could be any number, it's a variable, it will never equal 8. So if that parentheses out front was equal to a 0, we would definitely not be able to figure out what x equals. So therefore, that's what that 3 symbol means. Therefore, b minus 2 will equal 0. B equals 2. In the equation above, A and B are constants. The equation has infinitely many solutions. What are the values of A and B? Okay. So here's the only source of x's on the left side. We want the left side to also equal -1 minus 2x, right? So a has to be 2. That's the only way we're going to get 2x on this side. So I'm going to put 2 times 3 minus x minus b. So 6 minus 2x minus b still has to equal -1 minus 2x. All right, I'm going to get rid of the 2x's from both sides. So 6 minus b equals -1. Get b to the other side, add the 1 to both. So b equals 7. And what did we say? We said that a equaled 2. So I'm going to go with b. Agricultural scientists studying the growth of corn plants record the height of corn, beginning of studying the height of a plant at the end of the next 12 days. Scientists found that the height of the plant increased by an average of 1.2 centimeters per day. And on the last day, when n equals 12, so f of 12 is equal to 36.8. What was the height of the beginning? Okay, so some function notation. If I'm inputting 12 for the days, we get an output value, a y value of 36.8. The function is 1.2n plus initial height. I'll call that HO. Sorry, my picture's in the way. All right, so I'm going to use these two bits of information to plug and chug. 36.8 equals 1.2 times 12 plus HO, the initial height. So I'm doing 30 isolation of variables, 36.8 minus 1.2 times 12. I got initial height has to be 22.4 centimeters. Cool. All right, assuming that there's one solution, this is ideal for just plug and chug in my TI-89. Solve function 2 x plus 1, close parentheses, plus 8 times x minus 1 equals 5x. Solve for x. I get that x is equal to 6/5. What value p is the solution? Okay, double check, read the problem, make sure you're actually answering what they want. They want what x or p equals. So 6/5, which is also equal to 1.2. That's where we'd go. Okay, so here is a simple looking equation where we can definitely figure out what x is equal to. Then we just need to plug it in. All right, so let's use our calculators and solve for what x equals. 4x minus 1 divided by 2 equals -5. Solve for x. I get that x is equal to -9/8. So therefore, 8x minus 1 is equal to 8. -9/8 minus 1. That's -9 minus 1. I get -10. Megan's regular wage at her job is $P per hour for the first 8 hours of the workday plus 1.5. Her regular hourly rate for work in excess of the 8 hours on a given day. Megan worked 10 hours and her total wages were such. What is her regular hourly rate? Okay, so her pay in hours is equal to how many hours she normally works plus, let's see, 1.5 hours of overtime. Overtime, I'll use O, is equal to 1.5. Let me think if that's like the right way of saying this up. We need to do regular rate. That's what we're trying to figure out for. Plus regular hours. Rate 1.5 times overtime hours. Cool. So it's not really a great way of doing this, but we're mostly just plugging and chugging. 137.50 is equal to regular rate times 8 plus 1.5 rate times 2. Because if she worked 10 hours in the day, 8 of those were regular hours, 2 of those were bigger hours, overtime, right? All right, so 137.5 equals 8R plus 3R. 137.5 equals 11R. Divide both sides by 11. 137.5 divided by 11. 12.50 is her regular hourly rate. Cool. 3 more. The width of a rectangular dance floor is W feet. The length of the floor is 6 feet longer than W. Which of the following expressions expresses the perimeter in feet of the dance floor in terms of W? Perimeter will be this plus this, this plus this. So it's W plus 2, W plus 6 equals the perimeter. Let's simplify that. We got B. Cool. Sorry that my bubble is in the way. Let me zoom out. Cool. We're just going to plug that in, figure out what x is, then subtract 5 from it. Solve 2x minus 5 plus 3x minus 5 equals 10. Solve for x. I get that x equals 7. Not the right answer. We want x minus 5 or 7 minus 5. And I get the answer is 2. Wonderful. Now, what we did was totally fine, but I am seeing a better way of doing this. I noticed that those are in both of those. So I might just do like a substitution. X minus 5, let's call that u. 2u plus 3u equals 10. 5u equals 10. U equals 2. And since of that, x minus 5 equals 2. That would have been another way of getting to the same answer. Totally fine. If you eyeball it, great. But I was ready with my calculator to go, so that was worked. We could do the same thing here, the whole u substitution. 1/4 u minus 1/3 u equals -7. That's like saying 3/12 u minus 4/12 u equals -7. That means -1/12 u equals -7. Multiply both sides by -12. U equals 84. And u is equal to x plus 5 equals 84. So x equals 79. Also, you could have 100% just plugged that straight into a solve function. That's it. I'll double check these questions, and if I have enough bandwidth for the day, I will record the third level of linear equations in one variable. Thank you.